Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. I'm Kamchak Fisko, and come join me for the first of the trilogy of Gabriel Knights. It's funny, you could actually be a smartass about it and break the fourth wall.
Mosley will notice that his badge is gone soon enough.
Well, it's been grand. You have a lovely day. Came in, asked for a cup of coffee, and left. That's not suspicious behavior at all. Alright. Let's see. Malia Gedde lives out here. Let's start checking a few places. Alright, have these changed? These might have changed, I don't know yet. These do change every so many days.
Gabriel already...
Okay, so it's the same marks.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them ain't poisonous, of course.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
Do you...
I don't mind.
Okay, that's the loop.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know what you talking about.
Alright, so we're good there. We didn't learn jack shit about snakes. But I like the fact that everybody has a dialogue related to it. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, let's see if we can talk to him about any of the new subjects.
Could I ask you if you... Do you know anything about snakes?
What about him?
Oh, just anything.
Man, you ask the weirdest questions. I don't know anything about snakes.
We learned Schottenjäger afterward.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Never heard of it.
Alright, so... Alright, Dr. John's probably back, but I want to go to the museum as one of the later destinations, if I remember correctly.
Hello?
This is a Chihuahua.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Cousin. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a slip-knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too and you're gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account
Thought he
and
didn't know
send
anything
them
about
round to
voodoo.
my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I paid in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust, right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither, now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
See, I can't see that word, Kiwi, ever since playing Dead Island, and I go, hoodoo you voodoo, bitch! Alright, so now we just learned some new shit.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Alright, so we can ask about
Do
snakes.
you know anything about snakes?
What kind of snakes?
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons and boas. So I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
He's got a point.
Do you know anything
I've already...
Okay, he's told us everything he knows.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Man, I don't even know what language that is.
That's fair.
That customer of yours, the little old lady?
Customer?
The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazeneuve, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazeneuve. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
So there's a catch here to get the information. Alright, so let's go check out Jackson Square, because there's usually something going on there. Fairly often. Okay, so we got this band playing. Why is my speed suddenly way slower? There it goes. So we got a hot dog vendor and a tap dancer now.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind, all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh,
Okay.
could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person? In the 90s? Amazing. A small boy is tap dancing enthusiastically for a lucky dog vendor. The vendor ignores him. Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Clearly he wants a hot dog. Let's see if we can help the kid out. Yeah, the vendor is kind of a dick.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Well, we got a hot dog. And we already know who wants it.
The lucky dog is plump and juicy.
I'm sure the kid will be happy with this.
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance.
Would I?
Damn,
Thanks,
kid!
mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
So now the kid owes us a favor. That's handy to have.
An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather.
Alright, so I think we can talk to him.
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine. Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
I wonder.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
I'm kind of busy, and I don't normally do requests.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I already know what favor the kid is going to be able to help us with later. I just don't remember what triggers it. I hate trying to get near the top of the screen because then it triggers this if you get too close. Makes transitioning up really difficult. I wonder if we have to...
Hey, come back here.
There it is.
Hey! Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
It's almost like we need somebody the size of a child to reach it. Imagine that. A child that happens to owe us a favor.
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah. You got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can't I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Have a good day, kid. Thank you kindly. We wouldn't want that poor artist's work to go to waste, would we?
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not.
Okay. How's it going?
Well, life sucks. I just lost 2 days' worth of work.
What you working on now?
Just starting another drawing of the cathedral.
Oh, we wouldn't want the poor guy to lose 2 entire days of work. That would just be demoralizing.
It's a technical drawing of Saint Louis Cathedral.
Any writing on it?
There's
Well, we gotta help the man out, right? We gotta...
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Yeah, about those patterns I was telling you about.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
Pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
As a matter of fact, I have my own hand-drawn one that I can give you.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
We just got a reconstruction of a crime scene information of the pattern. That'll be really fucking useful. Because they have not been able to do that. The police have not been able to accomplish that yet. But they also think the voodoo isn't real, so that's why they're not focusing on it. Screw it, let's go visit Malia Gedde. Let's go flirt with a rich lady.
Gabriel Knight.
Oh, okay, I have to click on the knocker, that's what it is. Got it.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Gedde, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you. I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Nature of my business.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? Interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Gedde.
My name is Detective Mosley. I love the accent he throw out.
Miss Gedde will see you. Right this way. Miss Gedde will be down shortly. Thank you.
Hell of a place.
What can I do for you, Detective?
That what he's doing takes some serious stones, man. Walk up to a rich lady, just trying to flirt with her.
Miss Gedde?
Go into her damn house.
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh, well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
Yeah. He thinks he's gonna win you over.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about voodoo?
I really don't know much about it. Isn't there some place in town that you can find out about that sort of thing? A museum or something?
I believe there is a museum.
Then maybe you should check there.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders?
Okay, so that's the
And
I'm...
tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Gedde family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Wow, Gabriel.
Tell me more about New Orleans.
I'm afraid I don't get out into New Orleans society much. Because of the Gedde money, we have slots in the best country clubs and on the best Mardi Gras courts. But I must admit, I hate it. I avoid actually making an appearance unless it becomes absolutely necessary.
I know about those courts. They're very exclusive.
Yes, especially when it comes to people of my race. That's why we don't turn down the appointments. It's a rare opportunity to rub their noses in it. But that's not where I spend my time. I have more important things to do with my life.
That's admirable. Many women would love the chance to get caught up in that kind of life.
I'm not any kind of woman you might be familiar with.
Yes, I can see that. Tell me more about New Orleans.
I don't know what else you want to hear, Detective. Anything you might care to know about my public life you can easily look up in the papers.
Yeah, but that's not always going to be the truth.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
Does she now?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am.
Translation, he has no fucking clue.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, Detective.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Gedde family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Geddes? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Geddes in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh? Why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please, I do have some morals, Detective.
No lawyers in this family.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
Would imagine not. You wouldn't know who you could fucking trust.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Kennedy Jr. and I. The phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you would keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course. I'd like to...
I do a lot of charity...
Okay, now
I'd like to hear just about...
I didn't mean to do that.
Law...
Stop. Back
I
out.
don't know where to
Back away
begin.
slowly.
As you wish, Detective.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could.
Okay, that's a loop. And now let's make it abundantly clear that we're not a cop.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Gedde.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Gedde.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Yeah.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
You blew it, Gabriel.
Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will. Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Yeah, you blew it, Gabriel. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.